In the congressional hot seat for GM CEO Mary Barra, the company maintains deadly problems with defective ignition switches in 2.6 million vehicles. We're not covered up, but blame incompetence and neglect in the old GM. 7 Action News investigator Jim Kirchner is here now with more. Jim, are members of Congress buying this, Ron?
Jeff, not when it comes to responsibility. They're asking, did that go high enough? Remember, CEO Mary Barra has 30 years in GM in the engineering ranks. This problem has been known for 13 long years. She maintains she found out just 6 months ago.
The 15 people that are no longer with the company are the people that either didn't take action they should or didn't work urgently enough to rectify this matter, and they are no longer part of this company. That was a strong signal to send within the company.
Right next to the CEO is the former U.S. attorney hired to do the internal investigation. He uncovered the culture of a nod and a salute about safety. No one making sure customers were safe.
Do you think it was only 15 people who did this GM nod and salute?
No, I think there were a number of people who were on the committees.
Thank you.
Okay. The investigator said he had hundreds on his team from his law firm, Jenner and Block, and they looked at 41 million documents. Really? Were they thorough?
According to my math, you all looked at 1,220 documents a minute. If you said you had access to 41 million documents over a 70-day period, I don't know how in the world you could do a thorough investigation.
The investigator said he laid out the facts, made recommendations, but final accountability was not on him.
And the board was charged with the responsibility, I presume, of making decisions whether or not the employees within the organization to the top level lived up to their responsibilities.
The company confirms 13 deaths related to the defective ignition switches cars can turn off, and so do power steering, power brakes, and airbags. That number could be higher. Ken Feinberg will handle the compensation program starting in August, just as he did with 9/11 victims in New York and the BP oil spill in the Gulf. But then there's the GM bankruptcy, which shields the company from claims before 2009.
Why are your lawyers still trying to seek protection in the bankruptcy court?
We are not going to revisit those decisions.
2 members of the committee are from Michigan.
I find it very disturbing and downright devastating to you, to GM, to folks in Michigan who live and breathe pride in the auto industry, but most of all to the families of the victims.
Now take a look at GM by the numbers. 44 recalls this year, 16 million vehicles. The most recent on Monday was similar ignition switch issues. The recall in question, 2.6 million, only 200,000 fixed so far. Replacement parts are still going to the dealers. GM has paid the maximum fine to the feds, $35 million. It has not yet set an amount for this new compensation fund. Next hour at 6, specific crashes, including right here in Michigan, and GM's real-time response, what one committee member called insane. Jeff, Joanne.
Okay, Jim, thank you very much. Let's go now to Wall Street and see if that affected the stock at all. What happened on Capitol Hill? General Motors stock was down, but just by 6 cents a share today, closing at $36.30.